What is up, guys? Welcome into a brand new video. Now we are going to be looking at how to take more wickets on the hardest difficulty settings on Cricket 24. Now I did make a video like this on Cricket 22 and it went down well, so I thought, do you know what, there are people struggling to take wickets, especially with pace and things like that. So I just thought I'd make a quick video on red ball cricket and white ball cricket on how to take a few more wickets. Now I'm going to show a couple of different things here. There are some glitches in the game that will give you more wickets than others, and there are some just kind of normal stuff that you can do and they will eventually take wickets. Now I'm going to start off with the field that I usually use. I usually go for something like this. I like to attack the stump, so I'd have quite a few, probably a 5-4 field. Couple of slips in there, don't need too many. You don't get too many edges, especially when you're bowling with fast bowlers on this game. Deep fine leg is a must always in, and short leg definitely has to be in no matter what you're bowling with when you're playing red ball cricket. Now there is a couple of options. It does change for right-handers and left-handers. There is a technique that I like to use with left-handers, and that is going to be a full delivery. So you press Y or triangle on your controller. You go just outside off, and you try and swing the ball back in. That's got me quite a few wickets. Again, as leg side as you can. You are going to get flicked a few times down to deep fine leg. That's going to happen. But at the end of the day, it doesn't always have to be full. You can drag the length back. You're looking for bowls. You're looking for LBWs. You're looking for short leg catches. And also the easiest ways to take wickets is just to get runouts, because there is 3,000 runouts a game at the moment on Cricket 24, which is always interesting. So I'm just going to show you the ball the other way around to the right-hander. So again, it's going to be an outswinger this time, and it's going to be around there, and produces a bit of a weird shot out of Marnus first up. Again, nice and wide here. We do want to get that short leg in if we can, but they're going to kind of be defended and things like that. Another way that is probably a little bit glitchy. So what we're going to do here is we're going to go kind of wide Yorker outside leg, and kind of makes them play a weird shot. They're not quite used to it again. But if you want to go Yorker and swing it back in, trying to get them chipping up and things like that, that's a way that you can do it. Another way that I've found to take wickets is to bowl in swingers and just keep them wide outside off. They either don't go for it. You have to stack the offside field. So you just get edges. Wide outside off and you get edges. In swingers, out swingers. Usually the in swinger does it. That was an out swinger this time. But wide and outside off, you do find a lot of edges. If we go wide outside off again, that's not timed perfectly. That could be a catch. Now, if I come round the wicket again, and I'm going to go wide outside off, it might get left. At the end of the day, that's not the end of the world. And that would just be one, but they'll push at that. And there's edges to be found. I mean, we've got them, what, 6 for 2? I mean, that's a pretty good start to an Ashes. Yeah, any wider than that, you want to kind of be just straying away from the wide line. I'll give it a try one more time. Try an outswinger this time, and a little bit close. Now, one way that isn't much of a glitch, this is just a good bowling plan, is going cutters and cross seamers. Cutters and cross seamers seem to bring a lot more edges. Again, you just want to keep these on a good length, normal timing, normal pace, and they just seem to make the batsman miss, find a few more edges a little bit more often. If you want to go traditional, but you want a few more wickets, I'd go leg cutters, off cutters, and cross seam deliveries. Now, the way I like to do it is I like to have 3 players kind of in the ring on the offside, saving one. That stops me going from a lot of runs. I like to bowl outside off and find wickets that way. Now, I'm going to show you a bit of a glitch of how to take those wickets. Got the short leg in. The short leg stops absolutely everything in this game. You can look at leg slip. Maybe bring that man out of the offside and put him into leg slip, or even the mid wicket. Just for the simple fact of they also just stop everything, but you do need that man down at deep square just to stop, or deep fine leg just to stop you going for as many runs. Mid on, mid off as normal, you can have them in or you can have them on the ring, doesn't really matter. Now, in terms of actual technique, what I like to do is I like to bowl on a good length and wide outside off. You are going to go for basically no runs. They especially with this dominant offside field, like they're already trying to hit it out the park. I like to go just on a standard length, and I like to put the bounce. So I press the X, or it would be square on PlayStation. Or I usually stick with that. Sometimes I might fly it up in Red Bull Cricket, but this is where I stay. And it will get to a point where he'll get fed up and he'll try and play a big shot. But also, I don't know if we are going to get one. If you get it in the right place, they will try and cut this, and the keeper will get in the way and catch it. Now, if you haven't seen any of my videos, I'm sure you would have seen me get a wicket like that, very similar in the past. Where just there, we'll just go to cut it, and the keeper makes a really good catch to stop it. Right, another way you can try, now it doesn't work as well as it did in Cricket 22, but if you throw this ball wide outside leg, going across, you will find edges. You'll bowl a few wides, but you will find leading edges. Now, the easiest way to take wickets here is this. How's that? So they will play a shot to this every single time. So you want to be really wide outside leg here and just take wickets. Now, this completely ruins the fun of the game, and it's not great. I wouldn't recommend doing this because you'll ruin it pretty quick for yourself. You want to go full delivery, wide outside leg, and he should just smash it to short leg every single time. It can be white ball cricket, it can be red ball cricket. It really does not matter, but they will just smash it to short leg most of the time. You'll go for some runs, but not many. Yeah, really not many. But that is a kind of a real game-breaking glitch that you don't want to touch. All right, slightly different for white ball cricket. Obviously, your fields are going to be completely different. They're not much different in the old tactics. But this is what I go for if I'm bowling in the power play. Then if I'm bowling out of the power play, I'd go for something like this. I'd go for a relatively heavy offside field. You'd want to be bowling offside in one-day games. I'd probably keep this for seam and pace. I wouldn't have two different fields. Now, if you want to do the short leg strategy with bowling really wide outside leg, you will need a short leg, and they will still take the catches. They'll probably take even more in this format because they're trying to hit it harder than they would in a test match. So this is what I'd go with. Just a simple field, nothing wrong with it. Now, what I'd like to do with seam bowling in one-day games is I like to keep it outside off, bowling cutters. That seems to be the easiest way to do it for me. Again, I like to also bowl, especially in kind of one-day games, I like to try and keep the ball on the stump, so you can try a couple swinging in, but they're going to go for runs. Like, they do go for runs. Try and get that ball swinging back in. But at the end of the day, just try and keep it to some cutters, really. So, wide outside off, leg cutter, maybe even take the pace off a bit. There it is. See, they really struggle with cutters, changes of pace. Try and stick to a plan in white ball cricket. Bowl to your field, see where you have your fielders out, and do it that way. So I know I've got a man out there, so if I bowl to that, that's not going to be much issues. Now, what you want to do in white ball cricket is just build up a bit of frustration, and then especially if you throw in a bouncer. Now, a lot of players like to try and smash the bouncer out the park. See, that's top edge. Not going to be caught, and it was a no ball. But they pretty much play a big shot to a bouncer every single time. Again, here, just going to go wide outside off. Free it as well, and not the greatest of shots. He does get it away. But, yeah, just kind of keep it relatively wide outside off. If I try an outswinger, try and get it swinging away. Again, that's just going to be a dot. Build the pressure, the wicket will come. There's nothing you can really do to force a wicket. Now, spin. Spin's easy. Wide outside off, really wide outside off. You'll pick up dots, you'll pick up wickets, you'll pick up catches on the boundary. Now, there is one thing that I have found with the spinners that I don't know if he'll do it now. It's pretty early in the game. If you bowl a Yorker, he'll charge it. But if he misses it, you will get a stumping. They have completely fixed stumpings in this game. You actually get them quite a lot, and the keepers are actually pretty good now. So if I go Yorker and see that wide Yorker, it finds the edge pretty much every time. Wide outside off is the place to be. Just don't stray too much to that wide line, because you don't want to bowl too many of them. Again, a good length around that kind of offside bit. Should be a catch. Going to be, that's where you have the man on the offside. They very rarely get hold of the big shot on the offside. So rather than bowl at the stumps, going leg side, stick to the offside. You'll take a lot more catches. But guys, that's pretty much going to be today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. It's a brief summary. If you want to ask any questions, let me know down in the comments. A few techniques that you can try that work for me. I use them in most, apart from the real glitchy ones. If you want to try the real glitchy ones, then fine, go for it. But I feel like it kind of makes the game a little bit unrealistic, especially if you're taking too many wickets. You get a lot of wickets by run-outs if you're playing full games. If you want to take them, that's fine. There will be a kind of edge to the keeper that comes up that we didn't manage to get in this video. It will come up. You will get it quite a lot where they go to cut it and the keeper just kind of glitches in front of it. Go and watch any of my videos. I've got loads of the wickets like that in the past. That's fine by me. It's in the game. It's a wicket. You could say the keeper could get there. But I hope you enjoyed it. Please remember to like. Please remember to subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.